What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 57, and oh my word, yes, you saw that right. 17 minutes and 58 seconds at the iMovie time, so it'll be around 18 minutes. 18 minutes almost, probably, maybe more, I don't know. Of footage for this episode, the longest video I've probably ever done. I think it will be actually, yeah. And there's not even a single game, so you're probably sitting there thinking, what the hell is this about? Well, there is so many emails, so many deals, so many players arriving to the club, leaving the club. I just couldn't spread it out over 2 episodes. I had to do it all in one because, I mean, to be honest, I think I had the friendlies in this episode and I just simulated them, or it might be in the next episode. I think it was this episode. But at the end of the day, there are so many deals. I simply couldn't just speed it all up. I couldn't just sort of cram it into 2 episodes and sort of just, just let you guys sort of watch. I mean, that might have been better, but to be honest, I thought just doing a long episode where you can see all the deals in one is better, so you're not getting confused with the start of the season and stuff. But anyway, yeah, there's so many deals, so just sort of keep patient and you'll be able to see who's coming in, who's coming out. This is the fake player that I got from the EA Sports Football Club Scout thing, Scout Future Star. He looks okay. But yeah, there's just so many players that come in, so I thought I'd just do it all in one episode and you'll be able to see what's happening and what squad we have for the start of the season. But this is one of the players, the first proper sign I was looking for. Chichuchi, I think it is, a free agent. He's a central midfielder, he's quite young as well. And this guy, Chevalier, now he looks like, for anyone that watched my old Manager Mode series, he looks like a bit of a Tarossi lookalike. He's 6'6" and he's absolutely rapid, so yeah, can't wait for him. But I was also in the market for a goalkeeper. Pepe Reina was a bit inconsistent last season when I took over. And David De Gea, now he's young, he's Spanish, obviously, so a great like-for-like replacement with Reina. Now he's only rated 80, I know Reina's worth 85, rated 85, but I'm pretty confident I can get De Gea up to around 86, 87. So with Reina on the downslope in terms of attributes, with him getting older now, I'm pretty confident that I can get David De Gea higher than Reina at a younger age. So I reckon that would be a pretty good deal if I can get him on a cheap in a swap deal with United. So we'll have to wait and see. But Chevalier, like I said, he could be my new number 9, my new first choice striker. 6'6" and absolutely rapid. So really excited to get this guy in, and it should be very good. But United wanted $1.5 million for David De Gea, and I thought that was perfectly fine because at the end of the day, it's 1.25. It's not too much money, and considering I am very confident I can get De Gea up to a very good level, a world class sort of goalkeeper level, like the high 80s. I'll be pretty pleased with that. So I think that would be a pretty good deal for me. But Chevalier keeps declining the contract, but I offer him a new contract here in the hope that he will sign. I think I gave him important first team status. Not sure. Yeah, in the hope he'll sign, because I'm pretty tempted to make him my new number 9. He's only 19 years old, but he's absolutely superb. He's, like I said, 6'6" and rapid. You can't ask for more than that. But De Gea, Manchester United accept the deal for 1.25 million plus Reina, which is great. So hopefully we can get him in. Like I said, I'm very confident he can be my new number 1 for the future and just be a completely amazing shot stopper. But there's also a few scout reports in this episode as well, as we get some back from Korea and I think it was England. Some of the players look really poor. I mean, look at this guy, 35 to 51. That is nowhere near good enough. But some are looking okay. Some look okay, but the vast majority are bad, unfortunately. And I think I rejected pretty much all of these players. So yeah, there you go. But like I said, there's so many deals. So I literally can't remember like every single player coming in. There are just so many. If I was going to tell you my entire team that I signed, the entire players I signed, I wouldn't be able to. It's like a new team starting the season off. It's like a new team, I mean, I'm not saying we've replaced all 11 of the starting 11 players, but there's so many new players coming in. And with that in mind, I just thought in one episode to have like a really long episode where you see all of the deals come in. I think that would be better than just spreading it out, to be honest. So Jose Enrique looks like he's back to Newcastle, which is perfectly fine with me because I really don't like the guy. But Chevalier comes in, a free agent, what a signing, 80 rated, £19 million he's worth already at 19 years old, and he's 6'6" and rapid, so I can't wait for that. But transfer offer comes in for Skirtle here from Juventus, and I think I asked for a little bit more because although he's getting a bit old now, he's 29 years old, he'll be 30 during the next season coming up. He's still a pretty decent centre back at 83 rated. But De Gea comes in, so Reina's off to Manchester United, De Gea comes into Liverpool. That's a big deal. deal, obviously signing him for a rival club, from a rival club I should say, but I'm very confident that deal is going to come good for me. I really am. So to be honest, some of you guys may be sitting there thinking that's a bad deal, offering Rain, who's 85 rated, for De Gea, who's only 80 rated, and offering £1 million. But to be honest, I prefer youth, and I'm very confident De Gea is going to grow to a very good level. But Enrique's gone back to Newcastle, so that's perfectly fine with me. Don't really care for the guy, and I'm either going to try and make Luke Shaw my first choice left back, or go in for a new left back. You'll have to wait and see. But Downing looks like he's on his way to Southampton, perfectly fine with me. And Martin Kelly looks like he's on his way to Borussia. I can't pronounce that. Mönchengladbach or something like that for 5 million. So we'll have to wait and see. But Southampton do accept the counter offer we made for Stuart Downing, so that's great, because I really don't like Downing. I think he's very overrated, and he hasn't got enough pace to play on the wing, in my opinion. In this game, you need pace, and Downing just isn't quick enough to play on the wing. And when I've got players like Sterling and Asaidi on the other wing, and obviously I've signed John Taylor as well, who's rapid. I really can't see Downing ever fitting into the side again, so he's on his way. We'll get 3 million for that, so that'll be very nice. Here's another scout update from my English scout. Not too much coming in here, and then the transfer offer comes in for Joe Allen, I think it is. Yes, Joe Allen comes in now. Allen is a central midfielder, which I haven't really sort of got the best out of him. He's a very good player. He's only 24 and he's 81 rated, and he's got like a short pass stat of like 90, which is insane. But to be honest, he's not really... He doesn't really offer that much in attack. He seems to be the sort of player that can pass the ball around very well, play pinpoint passes, but because he's got a high attacking work rate and a low defensive work rate, I don't like players that have got that. And the fact that he doesn't really offer like amazing long shots, or side splitting through balls through, or just bursting pace through the middle, I don't really think he's got that much to offer. So I think I might try and offload Joe Allen. If I can get like 8 million for him, I can probably sign a better central midfielder that's got better stats in terms of attacking long shots and finishing and pace and stuff. So we just have to wait and see. But El Khattaoui, or Qatari I should say, a centre back who's 6'7", obviously a regenerated player through the game, and I'm excited to sign him. He's quite pacey, and hopefully I can have him for my long-term future. And obviously Kurt Zouma as well. Signed him at Blackburn. He's now up to an 80, which is insane. Seeing he's only like 18 or 19 years old, he's already up to an 80. I am so confident I can get him into the 90s. That would be insane, but I am so confident of that. I'm very excited to sign Kurt Zouma and get him back with me. So, with Skirtle and Agger both 29 and getting old, I think I might try and replace them and have Zouma and El Khattaoui as my new first choice centre-back partnership. But I accepted this £8.5 million bid for Joe Allen. Like I said, he's a great player, don't get me wrong. Maybe I could have got a bit more for him, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really offer too much for me, in my opinion, other than accurate passing, and I want a bit more for an attacking sort of midfielder. So yeah, he looks like he's on his way to Spain. Valencia came in for Andy Carroll, asked for 20 million because he's my first choice striker. But Udinese accepted the £6 million plus Donny bid for El Khattaoui. Well, El Khattaoui, I should say. He's Moroccan, 6'6" or 7", I think he is, and yeah, he's very good. He's only 20, already rated 77, so I'm excited for that signing. And like I said, I'm going to try and replace Skirtle and Agger with El Khattaoui, I keep saying the wrong one, and Kurt Zouma in the long-term future. But Valencia weren't backing down for Andy Carroll. They would not meet our valuation, which sucks. But Blackburn were going to play hardball, unfortunately. They didn't want to get rid of Kurt Zouma. No real surprise, 19 years old and already 80 rated. No one's going to want to get rid of one of those centre-backs. But I was just desperate to try and get hold of Kurt Zouma, because I like I said, I really do like the guy, and I'm very confident I can get him up to a 90 rated, which is insane. And Aston Villa came in for Suso here for 3.2 million, only 100 grand below the valuation, and I just decided to accept it. Really, it's only 100 grand, and I don't really need him. But Joe Allen, Atletico Madrid pulled out. They wouldn't sign him due to wage demands, so unfortunately we're not going to say goodbye to him just yet, but maybe soon. You'll have to wait and see. But Wilfried Zaha, another player I wanted. Of course, I seem to be signing all my old Blackburn players. Zaha, of course, a very talented player, 78 rated. Again, he's very young as well. He must only be about 21 years old. He's absolutely rapid. He's got 85 stamina, I think, which I love players with good stamina. And to be honest, he feels like he's got 5-star skills, even though he's only got 4-star. And he can be an impact substitute for me, so I'm excited to get hold of Zaha. And hopefully Blackburn will accept that deal. But I actually decided to simulate these friendlies. Like I said, there were 3 friendlies. I simmed them all. I've never simulated any games on any career mode series on YouTube before, but it's only because I just wanted to speed through the preseason really and get straight down to business starting on next episode. So sorry for simulating. I'm only ever going to simulate preseason games if anything. I'll always play the competitive fixtures, so yeah, I just simmed all these pre-season friendlies. But I went in for Casemiro, a defensive midfielder. I just want to get more cover in the defensive midfielder area really, and obviously Jay Spearin, who I signed on a 3-year deal, who I look to offload, of course. Hopefully Sao Paulo will accept that bid because he's only 22 years old and he's 80 rated. But of course, with Jose Enrique gone, I decided to go in for Jordi Alba, one of the best left backs in the world. Debatable, I suppose, but I certainly think he is. And he's a very, very good player. He's got like 90 stamina. I love players with that much stamina, and he's just a complete machine as well, you know, when it comes to being a wing back. So I'm really excited to get hold of Jordi Alba, and hopefully he will be able to come in. But El Qatari declined the contract. I think he wanted a better status, so we go and offer him one. And like I said, I'm very excited for him. You know, being 6'7" and not even slow, being quite quick as well. He should be an aerial monster from corners, and I think he'll be a great signing for us at only 6 million. So that should be exciting. But Blackburn, like I said, they were playing hardball with Kurt Zouma. No real surprise. I was desperate to get hold of him because I really do like the guy. I think he's going to be an absolute machine when he's about 25 years old. So hopefully they'll accept that bid, but they just kept rejecting it. And they also rejected a bid from Wilfried Zaha. They just didn't want me to take my old players with me. But like I said, Zaha and Zouma, the only 2 players I was really interested from Blackburn, so I was perfectly fine offering a little bit more money for them because they're obviously very good players. And Sao Paulo didn't want to let go of Casemiro, which sucks because he's, like I say, he's a very talented defensive midfielder. I'm not really like that convinced by Jan Villa, to be honest. And Casemiro, I think, is more of a defensive player than Jan Villa, because even though Villa is a CDM naturally, he's got a medium attack and defensive work rate. He doesn't really hold his position, and he gets forward quite a bit. And you know, when I'm playing a 4-3-3 defend, I want both my defensive midfielders to set back, both Jan Villa and Gonalons. And when Villa's always bursting forward, you know, I don't like that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But El Qatari comes in, that's great. £6 million plus Donny, I think it was, and that's a good deal. But there were loads of rejected bids in this episode as well. This one here for Kurt Zouma, Blackburn just would not let him go. Absolutely sucks. I offered £40 million and nothing else. It's a lot of money, guys, I know that, but like I say, I'm very confident he can grow to a 90 overall. And no real surprise, Barcelona didn't want us to take Jordi Alba off their hands. And I think I offered £6 million plus Martin Kelly here. Yes, I did, in the hope they would accept that, because Kelly's worth about £5 million in my opinion. And there's also a training injury for Azpilicueta, but he's not going to be out for too long, so that's perfectly fine with me. And I think that was it for these emails. Oh yeah, another youth squad monthly report. Like I said, some of these guys are looking quite good. I'm going to assign a couple of these into my first team in the near future. That guy looks insane, only 15, and he looks like he's going to be a very good player for South Korea and Liverpool in the future. But yeah, some look okay, some look pretty poor, and yeah, hopefully we can sign these guys. I think I signed this guy just for goalkeeper cover really. And here we go here, Blackburn once again saying the transfer offer was not good enough for Wilfried Zaha. They just would not let go of him, so I thought fine, I won't bother with him. But for Casemiro, Sao Paulo accepted a bid of, not sure what it was, plus Jay Spearin, and hopefully I can get him in, because there's a lot of speculation that Jan Villa will be leaving the club, so he'll be a perfect replacement. And a bid came in for us, Sebastian Coates from Sunderland, and I asked for £4.2 million because I think he's worth about that much money. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the guy. But yeah, Blackburn just weren't going to let go of Wilfried Zaha, so I just kept on improving the offer by £1 million in the hope they would accept it. And well, we just have to wait and see what happens after that one. But we do manage to get hold of that South Korean goalkeeper, the young 16-year-old. He's obviously going to be very bad. He's like 55 rated. He's just a third choice goalkeeper, just for emergency cover really. And we'll also try and send him out on loan if we can, so we can get some first team experience. But Kurt Zouma, he just would not come to the club. It was so frustrating. I could not seem to convince Blackburn to let him go. Every single bid didn't seem to be enough, but yeah, you'll have to wait and see. But Sunderland met the bid of £4.2 million for Coates, so that's perfectly fine. But here was a media article saying that our predicted finish for the season was second place, so that's really good. Pretty pleased with that, to be honest. I'll be happy with a Champions League spot, to be honest, but if I can finish second, that'll be awesome. But here was the final pre-season friendly against Lorient of France, and I think we won this game by 3-1. Yes, we did. So that's quite nice. And yeah, the squad's coming along quite nicely as we look forward to the start of the season. And I think that was it Asaidi that got injured? No, Sterling out for 7 days, not too long, but he'll be back for the start of the season. And once again, Barcelona declined a bid for Jordi Alba, and I'm just desperate to get hold of the guy, because obviously Luke Shaw's okay at left back, but I'd love to have a world-class left back like Jordi Alba there, so we'll have to wait and see. But Blackburn finally accepted a bid of £11 million plus your seal for Wilfried Zaha. Like I said, it'll be an impact sub really. He'll come off the bench when Asaidi and Sterling are getting a little bit tired and inject a bit more pace, so he should be very good. And Casemiro comes into the club. It's more defensive midfield cover. I'm really excited about that. And if if Jan Villa does leave, then I've got my defensive midfield cover right there. And once again, Blackburn just would not accept the bid for Kurt Zouma. I only just realised now it's because they weren't interested in the players we were offering, but whoops, sorry about that. But Coates goes to Sunderland for £4.2 million. We're getting a bit more money for any other deals we want to do, including the signing of Jordi Alba, which Barcelona just didn't want to seem to let go of him. I think this was £7.5 million plus Kelly, yes it was in for him. But Zaha comes in, absolutely delighted about that. Like I say, he's going to be an impact sub, and if Sterling or Asaidi ever get injured, he'll be my first choice winger. So yeah, excited for Zaha to come into the club. He's a very good player, very talented, young, and will definitely grow to a sort of a mid-80 rating, so I'm very pleased with that one. And here's a scouting update from my South Korean scout. And like I said, the vast majority are pretty poor, but a couple look okay. This guy looks quite good, 64 to 90 on the potential. So yeah, quite excited for a few of them, and we just have to wait and see how they turn out in the near future. But Barcelona, like I said, just weren't going to let go of Jordi Alba, so I decided to decline it. I thought I'd just make Luke Shaw my first choice left back for the start of the season, and we'll go in for him if we've got a little bit more money left come the end of the transfer window. But an offer did come in for Jan Villa. It was AC Milan. I asked for £16 million, I think it was £16.5 million, I should say. Nope, yes, nope, nope. No, £17 million. Okay, fair enough. Because he's obviously 84 rated and only 24. He's very good. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's still very good, and that will pay for the Casemiro transfer. So I'll be perfectly happy with that deal. And Juventus came in for Andre Wisdom, decent right back, but nothing other than a reserve player for me. So he looks like he's on his way to Juventus for £3.5 million as they met that counter offer. And the last thing you'll see in this episode is Jan Villa have his bid. AC Milan say they're not going to go higher than £16 million, and I decided to accept it because, like I say, I'm not a big fan of the guy, but he's still a pretty decent player, and yeah, that'll pay for the Casemiro transfer, so I'm perfectly fine with that. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching this episode. Sorry there's been no games, but here is the new squad. It's looking very good. I mean, yeah, now I look at it, it's only 2 players in the first 11, but trust me, in the course of the next episodes, you'll see that the squad does change quite a bit, and yeah, I'm really excited for the start of the season, and I think we've got a very good chance of challenging for the title and definitely becoming a top 4 side once again with Liverpool. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode. Maybe tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. See you then.